gang violence and other kind of violence.
Get away! I could be at work, in school, in my car, and I can still get shot by the police. But I can get shot anywhere.
So it is what it is.
What's good, Shadow Realm? It's your boy Jenquavius Jackson, and y'all already know I'm demonetized and shadow banned in this bitch. So if you want to contribute, go to the Cash App, the PayPal, the GoFundMe, or join the Patreon. Also, don't forget to visit the merch store for all your favorite BGZM News 17 gear, including our exclusive Trump is a Blood t-shirt. Go fast before they sell out. They are already flying off the shelves, no cap. And remember, these super gremlins are on demon time.
Yo, what's good, BGZM News 17 family? I'm at the corner of Jesse Jackson and Marcus Garvey, and I got some bad news for you. As you can see, I lost my job. I'm out here living in cardboard boxes outside of boarded up vacant homes. YouTube said I'm done getting money out here in these streets. They even took my funky ass suit. So anything right now would help. So go ahead and hit that Cash App, hit that PayPal, hit that GoFundMe. Hell, cop the merch. Or if you want to make the long-term commitment to the Jenquavius Jackson Fund, join the Patreon so that I can continue to put out top-notch content each and every day. Also, check out the Rumble, where there is absolutely no censorship. Link in the description box below.
Hey, yo, ain't that nigga Jenquavius? Yo, I recognize.
No, that's not me no more.
Hey, yo, run your pocket.
Y'all killing me with this shit.
Do the opposite of Antonio Brown and take
What
all your
more do you want from me?
Atlanta, a father walking his daughter to school discovered a woman's body. Detectives are trying to find out who shot and killed her. This was along Cascade Road. Channel 2's Steve Gelbach spoke exclusively with that father. He joins us live where police have now cleared that scene. Steve.
All right, guys. So you heard what's going on out here in the city, the big A. Atlanta is, I mean, it's a graveyard for Black, white, Mexican. I mean, it don't matter. Anybody can get it out here. And it's really sad because, I mean, it's been way more active this summer than it has been in a long time. You know, if you exclude 2022, because 2022 was crazy. But you have a man who is walking with his daughter and finds a deceased woman on the side of the road. It's getting deep out here. These super gremlins are on demon time.
Yeah, Laura, that witness, another mother, they're walking with their daughters who are just 9 years old down to Tuskegee Airmen Global Academy right down West Haven Drive here. But once they got to right about here in this driveway, well, they realized that this was a murder. A father just walking his daughter to the elementary school next door spotted a woman's feet sticking out into the sidewalk as they passed by around 7:15 Friday morning. The witness, who didn't want to be identified at first, said he didn't know if she was just passed out or asleep.
Once I got up on her and realized, and I was like, ma'am, but when I got up on her, I realized that she had a hole in her head.
Damn. So he thought she was just passed out. He got close to her and he saw the realities. And this is a brother who is walking his daughter to school. All right. So he's doing his part. All right. And that's a good thing. That's not something that we can say for a lot of brothers out here. But for him to experience this traumatic incident, hopefully he didn't let his child see it. But for him to experience this with his daughter and her even having the potential to stumble across this. I mean, there are some kids who walk to school by themselves. All right. That is a normal thing in safer areas in earlier times. But nowadays, you know, you got the human trafficking thing that's being shoved down our throats, and all these different incidents of people getting deleted in Atlanta specifically. As you guys can see, yeah, I mean, the things that are going on are unspeakable. So for the fact that he was with his daughter and she could have had the potential to see this horrific incident is it's saddening for the community, because this is something that has been normalized.
You know, she was dead.
He doesn't recognize the victim dressed in nice clothes.
The victim is going to be a 30-year-old black female, but there's no connection to this neighborhood or this area.
The homeowner, who I also spoke with, doesn't know how she ended up in his back driveway. No one heard gunshots. They also never seen her before.
She don't look like she just run around here doing things she ain't got no business doing. Look like somebody daughter, somebody mama.
The father quickly rushed his daughter to school after making the horrific discovery. The witness just wants police to figure out who she is, what happened, and who's responsible.
Right now, yeah, it bothered me. It messed with me real bad because it's bad. It don't make no sense. It's real sensitive.
Yeah, and that's on the way of walking his daughter to school. Woo.
And that victim, a 30-year-old woman, did not have a purse or ID on her, but they have identified her using fingerprints. And just across the street here, they're also checking that surveillance camera points out this direction here from that business on Cascade. But anyone with information is urged to call Atlanta Police Homicide or Crime Stoppers. Live in Southwest Atlanta, Steve Gelbach, Channel 2 Action News.
Cannot imagine that discovery walking to school. The GBI isn't.
What's good, Shadow Realm? It's your boy Jenquavius Jackson, and y'all already know I'm demonetized and shadow banned in this. So if you want to contribute, go to the Cash App, the PayPal, the GoFundMe, or join the Patreon. Also, don't forget to visit the merch store for all your favorite BGZM News 17 gear, including our exclusive Trump is a Blood t-shirt. Go fast before they sell out. They are already flying off the shelves, no cap. And remember, these super gremlins are on demon time.
Another developing story now. This one in Gwinnett County. Police are investigating a bizarre murder after a body was found in the trunk of a car. We first brought you this on Channel 2 Action News this morning. The car was parked in this busy shopping center. And Channel 2's Gwinnett County Bureau Chief Matt Johnson joins us there live. And Matt, it's a real mystery for investigators here.
Yeah, this is very much a mystery in a lot of aspects, including who this victim is, what happened, and why here. We're at the Jeju Sauna off Pleasant Hill Road in Duluth, and the body was actually found in a...
Wow. And this is, this kebabish is, I mean, it's basically like Brazilian, what's that joint called? Damn, it's slipping my mind now, but I mean, they got some good food. I actually, you know, go to this area all the damn time. That's right off of exit 104. Hey, man, and you just finding bodies in the street, bodies in the trunk. Man, it's crazy. It's crazy in Atlanta. These super gremlins are on demon time.
Road in Duluth, and the body was actually found in a car parked in the back of the parking lot right there. Now, this is some video we want to show you from last night that shows the scene outside of the spa. Gwinnett County Police say someone called them to say a body was inside of a trunk just before 11 o'clock. That body showed some signs of decomposition and no identification has been made. Police say it could take some time to figure out if the body even belongs to a male or a female. As to what the caller knew about the body in the trunk, that's also a part of the mystery.
Yeah, that's a good question that detectives are still trying to ascertain and come up with what actually happened and how did we get to this point here.
So I'm staying in touch with investigators, and just within the last hour, they tell me detectives are working to try to figure out these circumstances. We're going to be putting together the latest information on this investigation for Channel 2 Action News starting at 4. Live in Gwinnett County, Matt Johnson, Channel 2 Action News.
Okay, Matt, thank you very much.
Here tonight, we're hearing from a woman who was shot during an attempted carjacking in a CVS parking lot. It happened on Moreland Avenue in Southeast Atlanta. Channel 2's Michael Doudna was there tonight and spoke with her.
She said she was sitting in this parking lot right here waiting for the CVS pharmacy to open when all of a sudden her window broke and she started to feel blood.
And then next thing I know, I heard boom. And then so I initially didn't know it wasn't a gunshot. I thought somebody threw a rock.
10:40 Saturday morning, Artelia Martin was shot waiting in this CVS parking lot as a man tried to steal her car.
Dang. So she didn't even know what was happening, but somebody tried to carjack her. I mean, these super gremlins are getting desperate, and I'm telling you right now, they're not chopping the cars up. They're not doing anything. They're going on a little joyride, maybe stealing the contents of what's inside the car and then keeping it moving. It's completely pointless, and they're willing to kill over this. I mean, it's wild.
He said, get the car, get out the car. I said, no, you're not getting my car. And I threw it in reverse.
Martin sped away, driving down the road with a shattered window and a bullet hole in her right arm, calling the police when she finally made it home.
Yeah, she got some good instincts. She has some good instincts. Now the next step is to arm yourself, sis. The next step is to arm yourself. It looks like she's alone in the house. I don't know if she got somebody, but I'm really glad that she was able to survive this situation, and maybe she will start understanding that something needs to change. All right. Maybe she'll start understanding that, hey, I might need to start voting different. I might need to start thinking about things differently because these super gremlins are on demon time.
Catch him because he's dangerous. He is very dangerous.
So far, police have not apprehended a suspect. Martin says it was a young man wearing a hoodie, but what she remembers most is his eyes.
He didn't care about my life. His eyes were so cold.
Now Martin is...
So she says his eyes were cold. And yeah, a lot of these super gremlins just have like a blank stare. But he could have just been geeked up. He could have been high. All right. And his pupils are just dilated and he's locked in. Or he could have been dehydrated. Who knows? But the fact that she got the car in reverse, backed out while being shot. Thank God he didn't unload the clip on her. But these guys are willing to shoot elderly women to steal. I mean, it's an old car. I mean, it's not anything special. And they're only going to drive it around for maybe 25, 30 minutes. I swear to on everything. I swear. They're only going to drive. And they're willing to crash out over this. I'm telling you right now, the mindset, the mentality is different nowadays.
Safe at home and recovering, but wanting justice.
Yeah, I could have been dead. I could have been dead because, like I said, if I hadn't put my seat back, he would have shot my face because I still have glass in my skin.
Now we're working to get more information. As we learn more, we'll be sure to update you. We're live in Southeast Atlanta. Michael Doudna, WSB Tonight.
Gang violence and other kind of violence.
Get away! I could be at work, at school, in my car, and I can still get shot. By the police. I can get shot anywhere.
So it is what it is.
What's good, Shadow Realm? It's a Black Gen Z mindset. Make sure you go ahead and like, comment, share, subscribe. Let's get into the video. All right. Guys, we have a New Year's surprise. It has been brought to my attention that we are monetized again. How about that? We are monetized again. Okay. So it's feeling good. Round of applause. Couldn't have done it without you guys. And let's keep going. All right. Because the reason I started this whole channel was to look for solutions. And that's what I've been doing. And I've been, accused of doing the contrary. But as you guys know, when you watch my content, we care over here. All right. We care. And we've got so many stories to bring to your attention. It's getting unbearable in the community. Just when you thought that we were on the brink of prosperity, right, in this country, 5 years later, and it's OV, bro. It's OV. It's looking rough out here, guys. But anyways, just in case, y'all can still hit the Patreon, Super Trap, Cash App, PayPal, all that. I'll read out any Super Traps that come in. PayPals, Cash Apps, all that are still accepted. But guys, man, I got a jam-packed show for you. I'm going to make it. We'll probably hit it until about 9:30 because it's just so much information I want to fit in. Political information, just the crime in general is getting out of control. We've got to do something about it. But I do want to start off in Atlanta, right, where I reside. Guys, it is on fire. So without further ado, let's get into some stories, man. And I'm going to be bringing it to you guys all New Year's. We're going to go hard. So keep rocking with me. I'm rocking with you. Let's go.
Let's go to breaking news now in Southwest Atlanta. A triple shooting has left at least one person in critical condition. Fox 5's Denise Dillon is live on that scene with what you've been able to find out so far, Denise.
Yeah, it's quite a chaotic scene here near the intersection of Ralph David Abernathy and Windsor.
Ralph David Abernathy, another great civil rights leader. Streets littered and defiled with the bodies of young black men. Guys, how are we bringing shame to the people who fought for us? We get a lot of ancestry talk out of the community, but when push comes to shove and it's time to honor those ancestors, look at what we're doing. So, it's a huge issue and it's not being talked about. If you're going to do something like that, at least take it a block away, right? But of course, a block away could be MLK. So maybe 2 blocks, but you get what I'm saying. Why does it have to be on Ralph David Abernathy Avenue? It's a disgrace. And I don't know what to say. The ancestors are rolling in their grave. That's what I know.
There are more than a dozen Atlanta police officers here, and this is what we know at this point. There's a shooting that happened in the streets somewhere outside this green home. The woman who lives in that house told me that she heard gunshots. Then she walked out and saw a man with a gunshot wound on her porch, and 2 others were in the yard. Medics arrived. They say that 2 of those 3 people who were shot were alert. 1 is in critical condition. All were rushed to the hospital. Investigators are now hard at work, talking to witnesses, looking for surveillance video, and trying to find other evidence simply to piece together what led up to this shooting.
And it's like they're just pulling up. The cops are just pulling up and, they're doing their jobs. Shout out to them. But in Atlanta, all they're doing is pulling up to when bodies drop. You can't get them to pull up for anything else. It's a huge problem. So most of the resources are being taken up to, clean up the streets in the community. So it's just Man, it's just a shit show. Honestly, I don't know what it's going to take. Well, I do know what it's going to take, but I don't know what it's going to take for the people to wake up, right? I know what it's going to take to get the streets clean, but will the people allow it? Will the people, push people and policies that are going to make the streets safer? It didn't used to be like this, and we can't allow this to be the new normal. We just can't.
Soon as they are able to give us more details, we of course will bring those details to you. Reporting live in Southwest Atlanta at the scene of a triple shooting. Denise Dillon, Fox 5 News.
We'll check in with you through the evening. Denise, thanks so much.
A triple shooting. That's a 3-for-1. 3-for-1 special. If we was talking about chicken, then it would be a time for celebration. But unfortunately, we aren't talking about chicken. All right. But we can talk about fast food, though, because we know that, I've covered stories about shootings at fast food restaurants, and I even covered the story that I'm about to pull up. And you guessed it, it's on the same street that we were just at. Now, we're going to reveal the motive of a shooting at a McDonald's between two lovely queens, all right, that resulted in somebody losing their life. And this is just a conclusion to a story that we've already covered, but we're getting motive here. So, in clarity. So, guys who have followed my channel, we already know about the story. If you don't, just go watch the last live stream.
The suspect in Wednesday's fatal shooting at an Atlanta McDonald's remains in jail this morning and is being held without bond. 19-year-old Tanaya Evans made a brief appearance and
so not only did she shoot up the McDonald's, it almost looks like she was trying to be Ronald McDonald, okay? Ronaniqua or something, because the red hair is very much giving Ronald McDonald. Yo, man, you can't make this shit up, bro. You can't make this up. And she's probably going to want to take those braids out in prison, because that's going to be the first thing that her peers do is pull on that hair, especially if she plans on getting to fighting, which that mugshot tells me she is planning on getting to fighting in that bit. So, she obviously looks like a pit bull. She looked like she could throw down. She looked like she'll bust her gun. And these are the types of masculine hoes that we have to deal with in the community. And they want us to cuff this.
Fulton County this morning. Her next court appearance is set for January 19th. Evans is accused of shooting and killing 30-year-old Tamanica Woods outside a McDonald's along Ralph David Abernathy Boulevard.
Ralph David Abernathy. Ralph caught 2 bodies today. How about that? Oh, man. I mean, this is coming straight out of a Boondock script, y'all. I don't get it. It's coming straight out of a Boondock script. These super sister gremlins are on demon time.
Woods was rushed to the hospital where she later died. Her family held a vigil for her yesterday afternoon across from the restaurant.
And they held the vigil across from the restaurant. I ain't gonna lie. That ain't the move. That's a little ghetto. That's a little ghetto. That's a little ratchet. You know what I'm saying? But it is Atlanta, so that if somebody got killed at the Waffle House, they might have a Waffle House casket for that ninja. I ain't gonna lie. But anyways, we have another story, a very sad story, a very disheartening story. And it's about gun safety again. Now, I've spoken about firearm safety, to be exact, on this channel before. In the community, we lack firearm safety heavily. I don't know why, but, well, actually, I do know why. You always got to have that thing on you. So what that means is even in the house, you got to have that thing on you because somebody could slide up on you, right? Slide on the ops. Guys, keep up with the terminology. They could slide and essentially do a drive-by shooting at your house while you're at the cribbo, and you have to have that thing on you to be able to shoot back. So I guess that's the code that this brother was moving on. And he ended up being the reason why his 4-year-old child is dead. Okay. Now, this is a very sad story, and we want to, be very empathetic to the situation, but I ain't gonna lie, his mugshot kind of looks like he doesn't give a fuck. I mean, I don't want to jump to conclusions, but it does. His face just doesn't look like a face of remorse, and it doesn't look like, he is upset about the situation. Maybe it looks like he's upset he got arrested, but like, damn, that shit wasn't my fault, bruh. Damn, y'all really gonna lock me up for this? Like, type shit. I'm just telling you how these Thug Max Alpha Simps think, but he doesn't really look remorseful. He doesn't look sad. And these are the baby daddies. This is what I'm trying to tell y'all. The women who got, kids and they baby daddy don't ran off and all this kind of stuff. I mean, this guy, he was with his child, and you see how that turned out. So maybe it's best that some of these dudes just, do the Looney Tunes skedaddle, because if this is going to be the end result, sheesh, maybe it's best that, that these kids aren't with the mama or aren't with the father.
New information this afternoon in the murder of a 4-year-old child. Thanks so much for joining us today. For Fox 5 News at 4, I'm Christine Spiro. East Point police say the man they arrested and charged in the New Year's Eve shooting is the little girl's father. Fox 5's Underlake Proctor joins us from East Point. Police.
So not only did he delete his child, he deleted his own daughter, right? His negligence led to the deletion of his own daughter. Is this an honest mistake? I don't really think so, because it happens so much in the community. So here's how it happened. He has that thing on him. He got to have that thing on him at all times. Maybe stuffs it in the couch. Maybe puts it on a shelf. But he's walking around with the strap on like he's in the streets open carrying. Because that's what makes him feel hard. That's what makes him feel tough. To have that thing on him with his daughter in the room type shit. I'm just telling y'all, like, the mentality, bro.
Headquarters with more on this tragic story, Angelique.
Tragic indeed, Christine. Now, East Point police say the father was the owner of the gun. They say he was at home at the time that the little girl got a hold of the weapon and shot herself.
Damn.
Family members are having a tough time after learning 4-year-old Kamaya Purdue is gone. East Point police say the child shot herself with her father's handgun on New Year's Eve.
God. Yeah, she was probably looking at that bit. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Boy Cochina for the $8.88 super trap. He says 8.88 straight from the 888. Woo! That was a bar.
Hold on. Hello? Where we at? Oh, you want to know where I'm at? We outside!
You already know Boy Cochina is definitely outside because he know about that 88. And they are getting busy with the 88. I mean, don't forget it. It's absolutely insane what's going on.
At an apartment here at the Martell Homes apartment complex in East Point. Police arrested Kamaya's father, DeMarcus Purdue.
We believe that the child got a hold of the gun at the time. And I do know 2 adults were in the residence.
Sergeant Watkins says when police arrived, DeMarcus had already left the scene just minutes after the shooting.
He had left the residence, and some other members of the family that were there advised him of what had occurred, and that led us to him.
Family members tell us Kamaya's mother is devastated about the girl's death.
He's been arrested and charged by our detectives with murder in the second degree, cruelty to children in the second degree, and tampering with evidence.
Police accused suspect Purdue of moving the weapon from the original location where Kamaya was shot. They have advice for gun owners who have children.
We do have.
Damn. So as you guys can see, Buddy was trying to cover the shit up. Instead of taking responsibility, I mean, this is next level evil, y'all. Right? This is next level evil. And this is going on in the community. We love to act like ain't shit going on. And, you know, our shit don't stink and all this shit. But the reality is we got some deep-rooted issues. And it's time, 2024, is time to address them in the realest sense, in the realest form. Mindset issues, responsibility issues. Obviously, the mother is torn. Okay? And I definitely would like to see her take on it. But this type of shit can't continue. Even though it will, and yes, it physically can. But we shouldn't allow it to continue.
Small children in the residence, please lock up these weapons so an incident like this may not occur.
And Purdue waived his first court appearance at the jail this morning. We also learned that police initially identified the victim in this case as a little boy. We are live in East Point. Angelique Proctor, Fox 5 News.
So tragic to hear the circumstances. Angelique, thanks so much.
Yeah. Very sad story there. You have a young girl deleted through the negligence of her father. A man who is supposed to protect and provide, right? But that's not what these guys are doing. Yeah, shout out to Nunya Bites. He says white supreme pizza is to blame. Yeah, we can't blame the white supreme cheese pizza. Can't do it this time. All right. Can't do it this time. We can't make white supreme pizza the scapegoat. Because the reality is we have enabled a lot of this. As you can see, through negligence, through just outright reckless behavior. And it's not going to stop unless we do something about it, unless we say something about it, unless we speak up, unless you share my channel and cop the merch and vote for President Trump in 2024. All right. But there are so many things hindering us. So many obstacles, as you guys know, Trump being pushed off of the ballot in multiple states. You know, it's going to be an uphill battle. It's going to be an uphill battle. But I think that, you know, if we just continue to remain the competent division of whatever issue, we're gonna come out on top. So I want to remind you guys during this New Year time, because it's still New Year time. I want to remind you guys that it's very dangerous driving on these highways and byways. I used to do a lot of videos on highway shootings, right? Interstate shootings, and it's dangerous. All right, it's wild. It's crazy. Road rage incidents should be avoided at all costs. All right. So I'm going to show you a story
of a road rage incident gone bad. So let's get into it.
So a man's in jail right now after police say he pulled a gun out and fired at someone because of a parking spot altercation or disagreement. This is the mugshot. Got the black eye, you see. Police said that he also fired a round behind one of the local businesses. The Channel 2 Cobb County Bureau Chief Michelle Newell now with us live at the Pat Mel Shopping Center with an explanation as to what police are saying the victim did to fight back. Michelle.
Hey, Justin, what makes this more troubling is police say the suspect had been drinking when he had that gun. Now, the victim and his father actually tackled the suspect right here to the ground in the parking lot of this shopping center in an effort to get that gun out of his hands.
Just give
Woo! Saved his damn life.
him the right of way to park. You know, just live to see another day.
Shoppers are shocked to learn how quickly a parking space dispute escalated here at Pat Mel Shopping Center in Cobb County. Police say a man pulled out a gun and fired it at someone because he was upset over a parking space.
Drinking and weapons do not go in hand in hand real good.
According to the warrant, the victim told police Hector Escobedo began to verbally berate him for parking behind him.
So this is one of them little Mexican shopping centers. Sounds like this is a burrito gremlin dispute. Whew, man. I mean, I've actually had some experiences on the road with some of these burrito gremlins. I ain't gonna cap. Not anything too crazy, but just, you know, you honk their horn, they cut you off or do some crazy. And then, you know, I've had middle fingers, damn near weapons pulled on the roads of Atlanta. You know, it gets a little hectic. But I just try and keep my distance, honestly. If it's a parking spot dispute, I'm going to go to another parking spot. Fuck it.
Then pulled a gun from his waistband and pointed it at the victim. The victim says a shot was also fired. No one was hurt.
So you'll always find another parking space, and if you see someone getting ready to park in front of you, just give them a right of way. You know, it's not that serious.
Prior to the incident, police say Escobedo was drinking and fired a round behind one of the businesses.
Yeah, and I mean, y'all know the Mexicans do be known for drinking and driving. That's just the facts. Look, man, the city is lit. It's on fire. And you got to be careful because you never know who you're coming across. And now, since we got the border wide open, you can forget it. These dudes are getting badder and badder. All right. And we got a lot of Venezuelans coming in. You know, shout out to the Venezuelans. But it's some bad apples in there for sure. And they can rot the bunch real quick. So you just got to be out on the lookout. You got to be on the lookout.
But Escobedo's version of what happened is different. He told police he pulled out his gun after the victim told him he had a gun. He said he fired shots at the ground, not at the victim. It's unclear if surveillance cameras captured anything, but Escobedo is in jail, charged with aggravated assault with a weapon, reckless conduct, and firing a gun near a street.
It's a new year, you know. Too many lives are being lost for foolishness.
That's true.
That suspect will be in jail for a while. The judge denied bond, saying this man is a danger to the community. We're live from Cobb County. Michelle Newell, Channel 2 Action News.
Damn. Yeah, I mean, you can easily get clapped out here. Cobb County. It's like that. It is like that, man. So yeah, we got another story of a follow home deletion. Okay. And this is Arlington, Texas, Dallas, Fort Worth area. These are really scary, man. Because if you're not on the lookout, if you're not, you know, if you don't have your head in the rearview mirror or on a swivel, or you're distracted by your phone or anything like that, you could miss something like this. And that's really all my channel is about: awareness, being aware of your surroundings, knowing who around you, knowing who following you, you know, knowing what is safe and what is not safe.
A restaurant employee in Arlington was murdered right in front of her place of work. Police say a man followed her from a bank, robbed her, and then ran over her with his vehicle. Fox 4's Amelia Jones spoke with those who knew the victim and joins us from Arlington tonight. Amelia.
Steve, there's a growing memorial outside this Vietnamese restaurant on New York Avenue. Arlington police say they learned it was part of the woman's normal routine to go to the bank before she came to work. Today, they say someone followed her.
Damn.
Friday, around 10 a.m., police say someone called 911 to report they saw a woman struggling with a man outside Pho Nam Vietnamese restaurant in Arlington. When police got there, they found a 56-year-old woman on the ground. She was dead.
Wow. Deleting a 56-year-old woman. I mean, what a piece of shit. Damn. And I really hope this ain't no Stop Asian Hate case, because they at the Pho Nam. I mean, come on, man. Say it ain't so.
Police believe the woman was robbed and that she fell while trying to fight off her attacker, and
Damn.
he hit her with his car when he drove off.
Damn.
She just loved everyone. This was just horrible.
As news spread, a small memorial started outside the restaurant. People like Janetta Flores brought flowers.
She was my friend. She's been my friend for years. That's what friends do.
Flores says her friend was an employee there.
I've been knowing her for years, and we get out of church and come here every Sunday.
Detectives learned the woman.
So it sounds like she was a sister. No cap. So that, I mean, that's wild, man. You're over here attacking a grandmother. Follow home from the bank.
Came to work after stopping at a local bank. They believe the attacker may have followed her from the bank.
It is my understanding that he made away with at least some of the victim's possessions.
Flores wants her friend to be remembered as a giver.
She's such a good person. She's a godly person, and she would just give. And if you didn't have it, like when her machine wasn't working and people didn't have cash, she said, "You can come back."
And she will be missed.
She has a big, beautiful family, wonderful kids, grandkids. It's just sad, and it's really mean. It's horrible.
Yeah.
The woman's name hasn't been released yet. Police are asking anyone with information to give them a call. Right now, they don't have a good description of the attacker or his car. If you have a home or
Damn, no description of the attacker or the car.
business nearby and you have a security camera, police are asking that you take a look at that footage around 10 o'clock this morning.
All right, man. We are in troubling times for sure. 56-year-old woman taken out. Guys, I mean, this shit is ridiculous, man. It's ridiculous. All right, so let's keep it moving. Because I want to get as many stories in as I can. We're talking about shiesties again. This seems to be a recurring topic. And I mean, the shiesty debate has been a debate that is pretty young, right? There used to not be a debate of if you were supposed to or allowed to wear a ski mask in public. That used to be pretty frowned upon, but nowadays it has been normalized due to the pandemonium.
The
Developing now at 5:30, crime alert. 3 men now suffering from injuries after an early morning shooting in the city of Miami. Police say one of the people hurt was the suspect who began the argument that led to the gunfire.
Global 10's Alex Finney has been following the story from the start. She joins us live from Miami with the latest on this wild crime alert. Alex.
Yes, Eden, wild indeed. You know, we spoke with people in the neighborhood where this shooting happened early this morning, and one man says that he remembers hearing over a dozen shots going off. The people, or I should say the person at the center of this, in terms of what we're hearing from police, in terms of who started this altercation, he was injured, he was shot, as well as the 2 victims who are here at Jackson Memorial Hospital, still recovering.
Detectives investigating a triple shooting in Miami that landed 3 people in the hospital. The shooting happened on a desolate street in Miami's Overtown neighborhood around 12:30 in the morning Wednesday. One victim was shot in the chest, another in the leg, and the man arrested in this case, Jesus Maria Falu, was also shot.
One bullet coming in my car, one bullet coming in the window.
Dang, they shooting it up, man. Guys, I mean, what are we doing? The communitino. Sheesh, man. I mean, we got to do something in 2024.
Thank God, hit anybody.
No innocent bystanders were hurt as the altercation that started inside this Overtown market spilled into the streets off of Northwest First Place and Northwest 12th Street. The owner, Shorty, says his son was working at the market when the 3 guys started fighting inside his store.
The people fighting inside the store.
Damn.
And my son try make control for the store. They say, please.
Them ninjas they got to fighting inside the store. They seen they ops, all that stuff. It's insane.
Please, man, just go outside, fix your problem.
According to police, the 2 victims left, and then Falu allegedly followed them out of the store and pointed a gun at one of the victims' heads. From there, the 3 exchanged gunfire.
One bullet in the door and another bullet coming in my car.
And your car was parked over there?
Yeah. With the
Damn.
Wow. And this is the only bullet hole?
Yeah.
Shorty's SUV and numerous other vehicles were shot up. It sounded like there were a lot of shots.
I think more than 17 shots.
We've since learned that the fighting between the victims and Falu had to do with fashion. According to the arrest report, Falu did not like that the victims were wearing ski masks as a fashion statement. In the end, all 3 men were rushed to Jackson Memorial Hospital.
Now, as for Falu, we know that he has been charged with attempted felony murder. As for those victims, the one that was shot in the chest and the one that was shot in the leg, at last check here, they are still at Jackson Memorial Hospital. No word yet on their condition. Meanwhile, police are still investigating all of this. For now, that's the very latest. Live in Miami tonight, Alex Finney, Local 10 News.
Damn. Just like that, a fashion dispute over the shiesties. And it can go down. It can go down. But, you know, I also got sent this story. And it's going to have to do with another child, unfortunately. But I want to play a different video first because the community is out of control. And this is another example of it. The children are, man, I just feel really bad for the kids. I just feel really bad for the kids. Shout out to Verdant Glider. All right.
Hold on. Hello? Where we at? Oh, you want to know where I'm at? We outside!
Thank you for the $2 super sticker. Y'all's contributions are greatly appreciated. We are back monetized. So hit the super trap, hit the PayPal, hit the Cash App, hit the GoFundMe, hit the Patreon. And you can also hit the merch store at, well, I don't know the actual link, but it's in the description box below. somebody, one of the mods can link it. But this video I'm about to show you is extremely disturbing. And like I said, guys, we're not going to be here too long, but I am going to come back with a fire live stream tomorrow. So this video right here is very upsetting. All right. The way that young kids are being raised in the community. It's unproductive. It's disgusting, actually. And you're going to see what I'm talking about. So let's get right into it. Okay, so I found this on Twitter, and the caption said, what did it say? If the party ain't lit like this, don't invite me. Now, if this is what you call a lit party, then I don't want to go to no more parties. All right, no more parties in LA, like Kanye said. But the song that they were singing is a Drake song called Rich Baby Daddy with explicit language, should pretty much only be listened to by adults. And the chorus they were singing said, and I quote, "Bend that ass over. Bow. Let that coochie breathe. Yeah. Shake that ass, bitch. Hands on your knees. Ho. Hands on your knees. Hands on your knees. Shake that ass for Drake. Yep. Now shake that ass for me." Okay. Then they go again. "Bend that ass over. Bow. Let that coochie breathe. Yeah. Shake that ass, bitch. Hands on your knees. Hands on your knees. Hands on your knees. Shake that ass for Drake. Now shake that ass for me." Now, do you guys think that this is an appropriate song for young children to be listening to, let alone dancing to? It's very embarrassing. For one, I mean, who is allowing their kids to go to this type of party, be filmed in this environment, and I mean, just dance? It's wild. It's so bad, y'all. And you hear in the background, there is an adult obviously filming who is endorsing this. Listen up. So as you can see, there is an adult filming. If you look in the reflection, it's not that good, but you know, when they say the community is cooked, they mean deep fried, well done, no pink.
The top story tonight, we continue to learn more about this one-year-old girl. Last week, she died at a bus stop near LAX. The girl's mother telling NBC4 exclusively that she tried to get help for the little girl into housing, but that was denied. Hello, everyone. I'm Akala Medina.
I'm Kathy Vara in for Colleen and Annabelle. Tonight, we are hearing more from the girl's mother, and we're learning about the backlog of services to help people out on the streets. NBC4's Tracy Leong joins us live from City Hall with more. Tracy.
Yeah, Kathy and McCullough, I reached out to the mayor's office as well as the homeless service organizations that Yaira Rutherford's mother says she contacted. And what I found out is that this highlights a very tragic problem. It highlights the LA housing crisis and also the housing programs that are understaffed and underfunded. Memories of one-year-old Yaira Rutherford are giving her family strength.
Yaira would want us to keep going. Yaira would want us to tell this story. Yaira would want us to help everyone else in this situation.
Yaira was found dead in a bus stop near LAX last Friday.
Yeah. Found dead in a bus stop. How the hell does this happen? Like I said, we got a lot of negligence going on. And it's just wild.
Where her family had been staying for the past several weeks. The baby's family believes she may have died from sleeping outside in the cold, and it could have been prevented if they were given proper shelter.
The children need to be put as priority.
Yaira's mother, Amantha Van Cleve, says they've been trying to get housing for the past several months and were recently turned away when they contacted 211 LA, the nonprofit that connects people with resources, including homeless services. They confirm Van Cleve contacted them and say the family was put on a wait list and released a statement saying in part, this incident should be a wake-up call for our community, that we need crisis and long-term housing options for our vulnerable populations, such as families with children, seniors, individuals with disabilities, and other at-risk populations. 211 LA says their nonprofit is overwhelmed by the...
But how the hell did her baby get left at the bus stop, though? That's what I'm trying to figure out. Like, what the fuck? Shout out to Beast Life over 50 with the $5 super trap. He says these super gremlin parents are on demon time. That's a fact.
Oh, say the amount of calls for service and need more funding and resources to adequately assist LA's more vulnerable populations. The organization is funded by the county and the Los Angeles Homeless Services Authority, also known as LAHSA, who released a statement saying in part, LAHSA's outreach teams will stay engaged with the family until the family receives long-term housing and is connected to the case management and housing assistance that will put them on a path to a permanent home. I also reached out to LA Mayor Karen Bass's office on this crisis, and they said in part, the absolutely tragic and devastating incident that unfolded last week is exactly why we need to get people off the street immediately, especially those with children. We will continue our urgent work to bring Angelenos inside to stop people from dying on our streets. Yaira's family has been staying at a motel that LAHSA helped to coordinate after the baby's death, and her family hopes their story will prevent another tragedy from happening.
And I want everyone who has a Yaira to please hear this story and keep my family in your prayers.
The mayor's office says there are about 9,000 unhoused children living on the streets in LA. We are still waiting on the cause of death for Yaira from the medical examiner's office. Reporting live in downtown LA, Tracy Leong, NBC4 News.
Yeah, that'll be interesting to see. Okay. We got a little bit more information on this story, so we'll check it out. Let me just make sure this is the same story. Yeah, all right. Guess we're gonna get some more information, so let's see what's up.
It has been just a few days since one-year-old Yaira died at a bus stop near LAX, but what caused her death is still a mystery tonight. We know the baby, along with her mother and another child, have been living on the streets for 8 months, unable to find permanent housing. Our Alex Rozier spoke to the mother exclusively tonight, and he joins us now live in Westchester with her story. Alex.
Jonathan, the investigation is ongoing, but Yaira Rutherford's family thinks she may have died because she was cold, and they believe she may still be alive today if even just one of LA County's homeless service agencies gave them a place to stay.
Yeah.
Yaira Rutherford was a smiling, teething one-year-old who loved makeup and her mom.
She would stand up in the bed, she'd tap me.
Should you be putting makeup on a 1-year-old? That's kind of crazy.
Hi. Every morning at 4 a.m. I don't have anybody to wake me up now.
Samantha Van Cleve said their family's been in LA for 8 months and mostly lived out of their car. The last few weeks, they slept at LAX and spent the day at this bus stop nearby where Yaira died last Friday.
She was teething the night before, and she just went to sleep and didn't wake back up.
The medical examiner is still...
I mean, what do y'all think? I don't want to cast judgment too soon, but look, man. It's just a very interesting case. Obviously, we're still waiting on the actual cause of death, I guess. But maybe, I mean, I guess she's trying to say it's hypothermia. I don't know. It's LA. I mean, I know it's cold, but shit. I don't know.
Working to determine her official cause of death, but while they investigate, her godmother, who is also homeless, is furious.
It does not matter what they tell you, they will not help you.
Stella Bethel said in recent months their family reached out to several LA County homeless service agencies and no one helped.
If you do not have a alcohol issue, if you do not have a drug problem, or if you are not a victim of any type of domestic violence or SA, you're not getting any help. We're tired of reaching out for help. We're tired of these people showing up, looking down on us in condescending ways like, yo, there are people out here that really need help, and these people are not listening.
211 is a hotline that works to connect people in LA County with emergency shelters. This month, LA City Controller posted about their audit that showed last winter 211 was overwhelmed with more than 160,000 calls for shelter, and they only answered half. Amantha said she called 211 last week.
You called 3 days before she died?
Yes, on the 19th, yes.
Well, they probably answer until they get full and then they stop answering. But here's the thing. Y'all cannot do it alone. Now, are the biological fathers the best alternatives? Maybe not. Maybe you need to find you a stepdaddy. But I mean, look at what's happening when the single mothers try and do the strong and independent thing and they got kids and you have an infant who's dying. You just had a baby and you're homeless. I mean, the baby is hell. Can't be over 18 months old. I mean, the math ain't mathing, you know, and I'm not trying to say that she killed the baby, but the math just isn't mathing because what are you doing having a child and you're homeless? I mean, unless you were housed 18 months ago. But oh my God. It's just wild. I feel really bad for the child. I think the decisions that she made led her to the position that she's in, unfortunately. And I really just hope that I hope she did all that she could do for the baby while it was living, because if it comes out that maybe, I don't know, she wasn't feeding the child or there maybe even gave the child something. So I wouldn't want to, you know, cast that on her, but I'll tell you what, bro, people do desperate things. And I'm going to follow up on this story because I'm very interested now. I honestly, and I think the news is jumping out the window, interviewing her and trying to make her an example of this is what happens when you don't get, you know, black women help and they're homeless and stuff. To me, it feels fishy. I hope not. I really do. But yeah, man. I mean, like I said, this is what happens You're trying to do the strong and independent thing. You out on your ass now, and your child is dead. I mean, it's still neglect, in my opinion, but it is what it is. Let's keep going.
What they say.
They said that they didn't have any openings and the holidays coming, you can try after that.
Now, after the holiday, this family is still without a home, now grieving after the death of this 1-year-old they loved so much.
I mean, so 1-year-old, where the hell are they at now with these mattresses? Like, what the fuck?
That little bitty baby, that 1-year-old baby was what held us together. Now what are we supposed to do? We supposed to starve, sleep on the streets? What are we supposed to do?
And Yaira also has a 2-year-old brother, by the way. A separate homeless organization, PATH, put them in a hotel tonight, but they have to check out tomorrow morning. After that, they do not know what they are going to do. They say they want to focus on raising some money so they can cremate Yaira, but they also have to figure out where they're going to stay. Reporting live, I'm Alex Rozier, NBC4 News.
I mean, my advice, find employment, just to, and I'm not trying to be insensitive, but god damn, your kid just fucking died. Y'all talking about she begged for housing. I mean, it is your own responsibility to house yourselves. Honestly, I want to get a little deeper into this shit. Let's see how Fox is reporting on it, because, you're responsible for your own well-being.
Good evening. The cause of death for 1-year-old Yaira is still under investigation, but her mother believes it could have been a medical emergency or the living conditions. And she says if they got help sooner, her baby would still be alive.
You're beautiful. Yes.
Countless videos and photos of 1-year-old Yaira Rutherford are the only things helping Amantha Van Cleve cope with the death of her baby girl. On Friday, Yaira died at a bus stop near LAX, where the family was living after experiencing homelessness.
And they said after she was pronounced dead that I tried to run out into traffic twice. I don't remember it, but it's believable.
Oh, man, we need an autopsy. Don't let them cremate that damn baby cremating a baby is crazy. I ain't gonna cap, but I guess you can't bury it or her. So she tried to run out in traffic after she found out the baby was dead. I don't know. A lot of people say, oh, well, she was emotional, blah, blah, blah. But to me, it's just like, it's giving crazy tendencies. It's giving, y'all know Crazy Eyes from Orange is the New Black? That's what she remind me of. I'm not gonna lie, it's getting sketched. The more and more they interview her, I'm like, yo, did she pop something in that baby's formula or some shit? Like, because we know that, and I'm not saying that she did this, but we know that some of these mothers, when they get on hard financial times, even in the wild, they'll eat their own. Sometimes they might take them out. We've covered stories like that before where sisters have done that. And she's looking crazier and crazier every time they interview her, in my opinion.
That was my baby.
A harrowing.
So, you hear the snorting and the crying, but you see no tears. I'm really not trying to pick her apart, but I have to. And why did they put her on the news like this? And why did she agree to do this?
Baby.
A harrowing moment engraved in Van Cleve's memory.
And when I went to touch her, she didn't move, and that's when we picked her up, and she went forward, and she had like some type of black vomit come out of her mouth.
Black vomit come out of her mouth? What the fuck are they feeding this child? Is that Is that a symptom of hypothermia? Like, are we saying that she died because it was too cold outside? The fuck? Black vomit? I mean, what the fuck? Where is this? Mild hypothermia symptoms include dizziness, nausea, increased heart rate, and difficulty sleeping as your body temperature declines. Moderate hypothermia symptoms may begin to set in. These include progressive loss of consciousness, significant confusion, slurred speech, and a weak pulse. Black vomit is crazy. I'm trying to figure out, where that's coming from. But it definitely feels like something she ingested.
Last 8 months have already been hard. Van Cleve moved to LA to escape a bad relationship and was getting by with Uber, living mostly in her car with her 2 young kids, doing her best to provide.
When my car died, that's when everything just went downhill. We ended up outside and sleeping at LAX. So for a good 2 weeks.
Yaira's cause of death is still being investigated, but her mother believes it shows the lack of homeless services available in LA because for months, she says she begged for help.
3 days before my baby passed away, I remember calling 211 LA Family Housing, a long list of shelters, Volunteers of America. I did try to reach out to them to pass.
And with every agency.
So maybe like after she's looking out to these homeless agencies and whatnot, she just ends up giving up and taking the quote unquote easy way out. I mean, I'm not trying to paint a negative narrative, but honestly, that's the only thing that the way that she's talking, it just rubs me the wrong way.
The run around the whole time.
Fox 11 cameras rolling as employees from a homeless.
Like, it's almost like it's y'all's fault. It's y'all's fault. Like that. You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm getting. Oh, it's y'all's fault that this happened. Meanwhile, she done put the black vomit pill in the baby's formula. I mean, what the hell?
Agencies show up with permanent housing forms Wednesday, but leave without handing the forms to Van Cleve.
And then here's the thing. The police aren't going to investigate it because you can't investigate a mother when her child dies. I swear to God, they're not going to investigate it.
Because they didn't want to be recorded.
We can't. We're on the closet. We can't have videos.
Leaving Van Cleve's godmother, Stella Bethel, furious.
This is why Yaira is dead. Mayor Bass, these are the people you send out.
In a December.
This is why she's dead. Bruh. I mean, first of all, it's a failure on the parents, but no accountability, as you can see from the single mother clan. I mean, I've always said being homeless as a woman is crazy, but anyways.
Roundtable discussion. Mayor Karen Bass said her office has housed 21,000 Angelenos and spent $67.3 million on homelessness. But to Bethel.
If you go up to LAX right now, Miss Bass, you will see your citizens laying on the floor sleeping. But you housed so many.
But y'all know she voted for this, though. Y'all know they voted for her just because, oh, she a black woman. So it's crazy. They're actually getting what they asked for, which is wild.
Thousands of people, right? How did you miss my family?
The family is supposed to check out of their motel Thursday and could end up back on the streets with no place to live and without one-year-old Yaira.
We have nothing, but now we have a baby that we have to bury too.
The family is now trying to save up for cremation. We reached out to Mayor Karen Bass's office for comment, but have not yet heard back. We'll let you know when we do. Reporting live this evening, I'm Coco McAvoy, Fox 11 News.
Damn. Yeah, that one is pretty deep. And I'm probably gonna end it off on that one, guys. you know, it's going to be an early night for me, but I am going to come back strong tomorrow, give you guys a 2-hour live stream. I am monetized, so hit that Super Trap, hit that PayPal, hit the Cash App, hit that GoFundMe, hit the Patreon, and also cop the merch. But yeah, we're going to go hard tomorrow. I can't wait to get after it. And I'm probably going to go on a little earlier. I also got some pre-recorded videos that I'm going to drop too. So, yeah. Oh yeah. And y'all were making some good points too. They can house the illegal aliens, but they can't house citizens. I agree with that. But at the same time, right, it's just crazy that, I don't know. The whole situation seems wonky to me, but maybe I shouldn't harp on it. Maybe I should feel bad for her, which I do. I feel bad for the child more than anybody, but I don't know. It just it's rubbing me the wrong way. But anyways, you already know what it is. The Black Gen Z Mindset, aka Jinquavius Jackson, aka BGZM News 17, and we are going to send off to Jinquavius Jackson to take us away. Guys, appreciate it. Peace, blessings, happy new year. I'm going to come back tomorrow. We're going to go strong. We're going to go all the way in, and I'm going to have, I got some topics lined up for you. So buckle up. It's going to be a long 2024. You already know what it is. Peace. What's good, Shadow Realm? It's your boy Jinquavius Jackson, and y'all already know I'm demonetized and shadow banned in this bitch. So if you want to contribute, go to the Cash App, the PayPal, the GoFundMe, or join the Patreon. Also, don't forget to visit the merch store for all your favorite BGZM News 17 gear, including our exclusive Trump is a Blood t-shirt. Go fast before they sell out. They are already flying off the shelves, no cap. And remember, these super gremlins are on demon time.
I'm here on the corner of MLK and Medgar Evers, and it's a very tranquil scene compared to just a couple hours ago where a drive-by shooting
just took place. Excuse me. I'm getting live updates as we speak. I've just been updated to the amount of casualties from this drive-by shooting, and I'm getting reports that 2 people were actually declared deceased and 27 others were shot and injured but are in stable condition. And although we must pray for the families of the fallen, we must also praise God for the aim of the super gremlin. If you want to know more about the victims of this crime, make sure you add BGZM News 17 on Patreon at www.patreon.com/BlackGenZMindset. Also, don't forget to like the video, share the video, subscribe to the YouTube channel, and comment on the video to continue the discussion on how we can find solutions to all this gun violence in the streets. For more hard-hitting news coverage from the community, by the community, I'm Jinquavius Jackson, here live, reporting from Atlanta, Georgia, BGZM News 17.
And cut.
All right, dog. Let's get the out of here before these niggas come back.
Whoa. Yo!
Whoa.
Ain't that nigga J?
Nah, that ain't me. That ain't me.
He just went live
That
with
ain't
that
me.
funky ass suit
That's
on.
that nigga. That's not me.
Hey, get that nigga.
Jinquavius Jackson, here live, reporting from Atlanta, Georgia. Pray for me.
Gang violence and other kind of violence.
Get away! I could be at work, at school, in my car, and I can still get shot by the police. I can get shot anywhere.
So it is what it is.